Hi there, it's Tammy here, and in this short video I'm going to be talking about why I personally don't recommend and I don't program the sumo stance deadlift during pregnancy. Now there are a number of different factors that make up this recommendation, and I'm going to start with the first one, which I believe is the main factor, and that's the pressure and the stretch that it places on the pelvic floor. So the wide stance that you need to take when performing a sumo stance deadlift actually puts more stretch on the pelvic floor. So as you can see, when I come down to get the bar, my knees are very wide and externally rotated, right, which actually opens up my pelvis quite a lot, and I can definitely feel that. So it's also got to do with the vertical position of the pull. So I'm a lot more vertical than your conventional deadlift. So when you're pulling, the pressure is a lot on the pelvic floor, is a lot more vertical, and not only that, the position also places the pelvic floor in a more stretched position. And you need to remember that the pelvic floor is already under a lot more pressure than normal because of the weight of the baby. Now, the second reason why I don't recommend this stance for pregnancy has to do with the actual position itself, okay? And that's the very wide position of the legs with your feet externally rotated. Now, I do understand that anatomically, some people are going to be better suited to a sumo stance. However, when it comes to pregnancy, you need to think about a number of the different factors that we're talking about today. Now, what this position actually does is it opens out the front of the pelvis, right, and places more pressure on your pubic symphysis at the front. Now, you also need to remember that your linear elbow actually runs all the way down and comes on either side of the pubic symphysis. Now, we already have a weakness through that linear elbow from the stretching of the abdominals, and we already know 100% of women experience abdominal separation at the late stages of their pregnancy. So you've got a weakness through the linear elbow, which sits on either side of the pubic symphysis at the front, and you're also opening out the front of that pubic bone in this position. You're also potentially putting pressure on your sacroiliac joint at the back. So when it comes to pelvic pain and pelvic girdle pain, in my opinion, this position could potentially exacerbate that, which is another reason why I don't recommend this position during pregnancy. And the third reason has to do with the muscles that you're using. So the more vertical or the more upright position in this deadlift, you're actually using more quad. And when it comes to pregnancy, women tend to be more quad dominant because of the change in center of gravity pulling the pelvis forwards. So what this already does is places more pressure on the quads. So a lot of what I'm trying to do is work the glutes and the hamstrings and the upper back to actually keep their postural alignment more in position and work against what's happening with the pregnancy. So there you have my three top reasons why I don't recommend the sumo stance position when deadlifting during pregnancy.